up to this point.
I suppose so, yeah. And it has been, them. Oh, we got another Congor going to be going down here, possibly as Pebble's running in here with double damage, taking quite a bit of damage from Congor, actually. Electrician gets the grab off after probably using, I don't know who broke the null stone on Congor, but I don't know if they're going to be able to. Oh, they do throw the ward of sight down at the last second here. I don't know if they're going to be able to do anything about it though. It looks like Congor's going to go down uncontested. Token of Life being picked up onto Wretched Hag this time. And the minions just causing so much havoc there as they took Vindicator down nearly half of his HP. But we got Wretched Hag sitting on... she's got her Sheepstick on Nullstone. Token of Life. Pebbles has picked up a Warp... Oh, a triple multicast going off onto Electrician. Wow. Black is just having the game of his life here on this Blacksmith, as apparently, I think in this game it might have got glitched to where the 20% is actually a 50% chance for the multicast.
Oh, really?
No, I don't know. It's ridiculous.
Oh, I
Every
completely
time
believed you. I'm like, oh, that could be a glitch.
That could be a glitch. But no, he has a 25% chance for these triple multicasts. And, obviously he's probably cast a lot of, stuns that we haven't been watching or that aren't that clutch at that moment. But every time he's on camera, he's doing like a triple multicast. And that is just pure luck. And if the Legion team were to complain about that, I'd have to give them some credit because, unlike a lot of those games where they're like, you're just lucky. I'm like, what, lucky that you died because we killed you? I mean, there's no luck really to that. It was kind of a skill factor. But Blacksmith is a luck hero, as you are basically relying on the roll of the dice.
Yeah, and that's why we don't actually see him all that much in competitive play. But I do like him as a hero, so it is fun to see the pickup here.
Oh yeah, I had a lot of 2v2 fun with the OP Blood Chalice on Blacksmith.
I'm sure you do.
But yeah, we've got Forsaken Archer. She's got a Firebrand, so she's probably going to be going... Did I mention that she's got a Nullstone before? I don't know if I have or not. But she has Nullstone. She's got a Firebrand, so she's going to be going Geo. Not 100% why you would go that... I guess I don't know. I probably would have gone the Geo route, but I guess they do have so much massive magic damage that as soon as you split, you're like, all your illusions are pretty much gone. But she does have the Geo now, so I won't be able to complain for much longer, apparently. As Soulstealer also picking up his Geometer's Bane, still has the Shrunken Head and Portal Key. Glacius sitting on Striders and Mystic He did go ahead and pick up the Mystic Vestments, as he knows that 929 HP is just not that much versus that much magic damage. So he's going to try and survive a little bit longer here, making sure to play plenty far back as well to hopefully prevent his early demise in these team fights.
Yeah.
We've got
I don't know. I'm still a little confused by this Balfagor.
What's he going? I'm not watching him right now.
Oh, he hasn't picked up anything else. I don't know.
What is his gold per minute? Balfagor's probably... Basic. No, he's 242 gold per minute, so it's not crazy. And Hani is leading the gold per minute, along with Era, on Forsaken Archer. So, the people who are really getting the farm, who need to get the farm, are getting the farm. So, and they do have... What? There's no experience lead, really, at this moment. And the gold lead is still pretty negligible. So, it's still incredibly even. 26 to 26. And just... Wow, I really should have thought that, by 43 minutes into this game, it should pretty well have been in, the Hellborn's pockets. But I guess the early, they didn't really get an advantage. So I don't know what the huge difference is here, is that this, Legion team hasn't really had that much of an advantage this game, but they've been staying dead even up into the late game here. And we've got a Demonic Breastplate picked up onto Pebbles now. As apparently some spectator said something about some Congor positioning or something, and apparently the players do not appreciate him mentioning that. As it kind of probably hints that there's a ward there. So
he's been talking about wards, and that's just unmannered.
Yes, if you guys are watching this and you do like to spectate games, please don't be a d-bag and go telling everyone where wards and where heroes are. Because that just ruins a game. So,
there won't be spectators, and you'll ruin it for everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
Then we'll have to replay cast all the time.
Well, I do that anyways, but not going to affect my market so much. But
arc it.
I let everybody else do the live stuff. I prefer.
Well, that's no fun. See, it's just only because you haven't done the live stuff, so you don't know how fun it is.
It can be. I can see that it could be fun. But at least this way we're guaranteed pretty much a good game, because you can at least look at the stats before you get started and say, you know what, this is a stomp. It's 15
But there's
minutes
no,
long.
well, there's no suspense, right? Because
Yeah.
you know it's going to be a good game.
Well, I know it is. The people are probably hoping that that it is, unless I completely spoil it at the beginning. But,
Well, you spoil it by the fact that you're casting it to begin with.
oh, okay. Well, now you're letting in everyone on the secret. As Balfagor's going to get caught out here, he's going to get comboed down. The negative armor and everything playing into it. As wow, oh, nice use of the barrier idol there coming out. Soul Stealer going in with his ultimate. Pebbles blinking away at the last second before he got ulted immediately on top of. So nice going there. Wretched Hag probably going to go down here. She does have the token though. So nothing too much to worry about. Oh, Blacksmith taking down Pyromancer. Probably another one of those amazing multicasts, maybe even a quadcast at this point. As I don't know if he's 16 or above yet. Yes, he is. So he could get quadcast now. We'll have to keep a watch on him to see if he gets any quadcasts. As a 2-for-1 sale going out in favor of the Hellborn. And Vindicator trying to get the hell out of dodge. He does go ahead and have haste. He's going to try and TP out here. Yes, he gets it off. So just barely. As where's Wretched Hag at? Oh, Wretched Hag's doing a little bit of push in middle apparently. Doesn't care. Just going back to work.
Yeah, she's picked up her nice brand now. But what was noticeable about that fight was after the initial Balfagor pickoff, only 2 people died that entire time after all that crazy randomness. So I don't know what was good on there, but it was fun to watch.
It's 27 and 28, pretty much forever. Whatever hero kills get picked up, it's pretty much maintained a 1 hero kill lead for either team. As experience leads at 2,000, gold leads at 1,000. Nothing really too surprising here. I mean, it's so balanced. This is maybe that's what this game's supposed to be so epic about. It's so balanced, most balanced game ever. That'd be kind of boring. But we got a Slayer picked up onto Forsaken Archer. And this is prior to the patch, so the illusions will still propagate the 100 bonus damage if she finishes Savage. So that I would say that's a pretty big nerf to that item. Of course, you saw everybody and their mother, going Savage Geo. But, that's what she's basically going to try for here. And it's still in full effect, so... Might be a nice item pickup. I can't really say I'd rather see anything else on her. Maybe a shrunken head just to prevent some things like that going on. But, because she could have completely made it out of that fight unscathed. But now Blacksmith is going to get caught here. Oh, and we got Pyromancer picking up 4 4 times multicast. Going off 2 times multicast. Oh, too bad. Wretched Hag's gonna barely... Oh, goes down, but has a token, so probably gonna pick up the Blacksmith here. Maybe. Nope. And gonna go middle now as Pebbles is getting chased down pretty well here. Wow, we've got, who went down? Someone picked off Forsaken Archer. I didn't even catch that, but Forsaken Archer going down there. And we've got a full Legion roster still yet as... Pyromancer doing a bit of base diving, and is he going to be able to make it out? Oh, Tablet of Command being used on him to shove him out there, and he makes it out of the base. So nicely done. A 3-for-none exchange going off for the Legion here, as they're going to put a really big amount of pressure on this tower. I can imagine they could probably push this in. They got a buyback from Soul Stealer, so maybe not going to see a complete push in here, but I don't know if they're going to be able to stop it with just Soul Stealer, Balfagor, and Glacius. I mean, Glacius is a 1-2 punch away from death. And look at this melee Rex going down so fast.
Yeah, we haven't really talked much about Pyro this game, and there is action going on, so I'll let you do that.
Well, we've got the rundown trying to get off onto Wretched Hag here. That's not going to happen because the barrier will stop pretty much all of the magic damage. Soul Stealer and them going to maybe try and pick up Electrician. Vindicator coming out to throw down the Sage's lore, but not really much that's going to do, but a nice show of teamwork there, I guess. But
yeah. Speaking of teamwork, though, I wanted to mention that we haven't really talked much about Pyro, and he has picked up a another sheep stick, an assassin shroud as well. And he did pick up that double attack in the middle there, and a great use of that tablet of command saved his life to get him out of that. But
Yeah.
Violation is playing that Pyro and is doing a great job.
Yeah, he's 11 and 9, but he does basically kind of play that role to where he blinks up into danger, gets things started, and he might be in danger himself here. Soul Stealer's gonna come out. No, and Soul Stealer picks him off with a 1-2 punch of his own, using the Demon Hand, followed up by some auto attacks, and that's all that is gonna take. As Pyro had to see that coming because
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing up there.
yeah, he's feeling like his God mode's activated after that double tap pickup as apparently Blacksmith's gonna. If you guys, that's another good cast. If we do have some viewers here that are watching, be sure to go and check out hanreplays.org and look at some of Holy for the Win or Holy FTW, his vent casts with DM. Those guys are just the most entertaining people to listen to on those vent casts, as they love to call each other pubs as their insult of choice. Oh,
We have
Soul
a
Stealer
call
coming in.
for-
Did he manage to pick anything up? No, he did not manage to pick anything up, and now he is in a very dangerous place. As we still have bananas sitting on the ground here. The Balfagor ultimate going to go off. Yes, and it picks up a couple of kills as well. Oh, Wretched Hag goes down, but has the token, is going to come back. And we've got a hat trick coming out for uniqfazer
Wow.
on that Balfagor. Wretched Hag deciding he's not going to be able to do anything by himself, so gets out of there. And pretty much a Congor that was a null and void Congor. I think that the Legion did manage to pick up all of the items. I think they got the banana, they got the token there as well, for sure. But they still ended up losing 3 heroes, almost essentially 4, since Wretched Hag had to use the token.
That was crazy. Scandal on Pebbles was just like clicking madly to get those bananas and use it to get back up to full health. And he did get the bananas, but didn't have time to use it before he died, which is so unfortunate for him. But
he is
yeah.
sitting on the bananas. I was going to say, I didn't really see anyone's life spike back up, but there was so much chaos there, I was just assuming that I missed it.
Yeah,
Triple
great job by the
multicast.
Hellborn though to get that pick off.
Nice triple multicast coming out for Black there. 4 times multicast coming off for his Frenzy ability. And they're going to take down this melee Rex in exchange for the other melee Rex. So, wow. Again, I've been talking about it all game. Balanced, balanced, balanced. And, they just ended up hollowing out the Legion base after the Legion hollowed out their base. So we are back to square one, as it's a 500 experience lead and a 1,000 gold lead. So whoop-de-doo. But wow, yeah, incredibly even. And again, after all of that came out in the wash, it's 31-32.
I cannot believe this is so even. If you look at the experience in gold, it's just ridiculously even for 53 minutes into the game.
Yeah, so definitely a very good example of how long a game you can take this magic using team here into the late game, I guess, as they've been managing to go toe to toe with this more late game oriented Hellborn. It's not heavy late game because Soul Reaper or Soul Stealer and Forsaken Archer are only so powerful. They're not like a hard carry potential, but Soul Stealer is definitely a nice carry potential, and so is Forsaken Archer. But when it comes down to all this magic damage, we got a Frostwolf Skull picked up on Wretched Hag as well as a Slayer. I don't know how much gold Wretched Hag's sitting on, but I hope that that's not going to be a Doombringer. No, I'm not sitting on anywhere near enough for that. That would be
probably just a savage.
yeah,
maybe.
that would be a little bizarre. But hey, we've seen it before. So not on Wretched, but hey, Wretched's going carry Wretched apparently. Just look at the damage he's putting out there. Wow. And now the Hellborn is forced to defend here. They do have a little bit of an advantage as far as the pushes go because they got their ranged barracks up still, but that's not all that much. It'll maybe give them a little bit of a push advantage, but nothing too terrible. Is Balfour going to do a little bit of scouting with his minions here? Not going to run into anyone, it doesn't look like, though. Maybe he's going up here to... Yeah, he's sending them up there to go ahead and try and counter push that a little bit. That's actually pretty smart. Oh, never mind. Wretched Hag's going to ruin it.
Always ruining things.
Yeah.
I am so surprised that this Legion team, again, with such early game power, is still hanging in here 55 minutes into the game. But I mean, you gotta think that they're getting worried. Forsaken Archer and Soul Stealer are both getting ridiculously far